Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Give honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all who like to Akim. Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity and the spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, in this one, after camp yesterday, we was watching Saving Private Ryan, as a camp. A classic, right? Hollywood classic. What was it? Came out in 96 or 98? All-star cast, right? Tom Hanks, Vin Diesel, fucking Matt Damon, right? World War II military movie. There's certain things you can take from it, and even apply it to the truth, right? Staying in order. You had a couple incidences where soldiers was acting up, not listening and fucked around and got themselves killed, right? And it just shows you the hardness of the war, right? So, watching it, good movie. But then we get to the end and something happened, so if you ain't seen it, you can go pause the video for about 3 hours and go watch the movie, then come back. But we get here all the way to the end. And Matt Damon's character, whom the movie is named after, Private Ryan, right? Private James Francis Ryan. This is years down the line after the war, decades into the future as an old man. And he's going to make a statement here, to his wife, right, in the film. And it speaks volumes to the character of Esau as a people. And I'm not sitting here, I'm not about to have an argument about Matt Damon, whether he's a fucking, I don't give a fuck or not. That's not the topic. All right, what we're discussing is Esau's sentiment as a people. He himself, he knows that he is condemned inwardly, which is why many of the arguments that we face here in this truth, there are people arguing with a guilty conscience and a guilty presence. They know that they've done wrong on this earth. They know that they've wronged the people. They've wronged the planet. They've wronged the goddamn air. Their conscience is guilty. So at every step and turn, they try to always paint themselves as the good guy and or the protagonist of any situation, when in all actuality, they are the antagonist. They are the bad guys. They are the villain. All right. Of the fucking universe, if you will. And their conscience eats them up for that, which is why when they're always arguing with us, what do they try to slap us with? Oh, y'all are potential T's. Y'all just need to have love. John 3:16. Y'all the ones who are being racist. All these different counter arguments to try to throw us from the main issue, the fact that they're the evil one in the earth. So I'm going to let this play. We'll get some scriptures. We beg to differ. We beg to differ. Us, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we beg to differ on that statement. All right, hey, and this is a fair use, right? This ain't no copyright infringement. YouTube, let me make this video, God damn it. But you see here, he was reflecting on Captain Miller that saved his life in the movie, and he looks at his wife and he says, "What?" All teary-eyed and shit. Tell me I'm a good man. Tell me I've led a good life. No, Esau, no. The so-called white man, you are not a good man. You have not led a good life. That entire war, World War I and World War II, was white-on-white crime that you drugged the entire fucking earth into. The Japanese attack your base. You overreact and drop fucking atomic weaponry on them. You know, they killed a couple hundred. You make people disappear inside of a second. Tens of thousands of people disappear in an instantaneous blast. No, Esau, you are not a good man, and the evidence of your wicked deeds are in the earth. All right. So the point of this video: no place of repentance for Esau, y'all. He has a guilty conscience. He's never honest. He's always coming from an angle of hurt, from an angle of past evil deeds, which is why he's always trying to cover things up, lie about history, right? Hide things. He can't be honest. He can't tell the truth because the truth is his ultimate kryptonite. It reveals that he's an evil son of a bitch. Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12 and 16. It says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears." Right. And we saw a little minor version of that right there at the ending of the movie. Tell me I'm a good man. Tell me, no, you're not a good man. Here it is, and I'm focusing on that war, right? If you know your history around World War I and World War II. Here it is, you drug us, the Negroes, into the war. We were being mistreated in this country while, before the war, early 1900s. We're getting mistreated across the seas while fighting with you, segregated units. We get back here to the country, and we're still getting mistreated. We was getting treated worse, right? But what do you think led up into the civil rights era? Our mistreatment, and especially, the mishandling of the funds that we were supposed to receive, the housing that we were supposed to receive, being, veterans. We ain't getting none of that, right? Beat by police, right? The famous riot with, now this is taking it back a little bit, but the famous riot with, what was it? Dick Rowland, the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. This is backwards in time a little bit, 1920s. They was about to kill him and lynch him, the Edomites, the white men who had took him up. They said he bumped into that white girl. I believe her name was Sarah Page. Right? They said he was about to try to grape her. Apparently he bumped into her coming out the elevator, and she cried wolf. They was about to kill him, and black vets from World War I came to his rescue. They was like, "Nah, man, you ain't just about to lynch him." And then what? One of the white males tried to take one of the guns of the black veterans, and a shot rang out. And then what happened? Tulsa, Oklahoma happened. So nah, Esau, you're not a good man. You have not led a good life. Every year you've done something new to fuck over people or to fuck over the earth. You've promoted atheism throughout the world, right? All kinds of forms of idolatry. We go to the school system, you teach everybody, oh my God, evolution, heliocentrism, white supremacy. You've done nothing but spread lies throughout the whole earth. That is your history and your legacy, and it will not be forgotten because you want to slap some Hollywood media up in our face. Yep, the term came in my head. I want to get this out of Psalms 28:4, right? Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them their desert. That's where you get the phrase just desert, right? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, you are going to receive your just desert in this earth. And that is one of the reasons why you try to silence us, belittle us, and slander us, the prophets out there on the corners. Because when you read the scriptures through prophecy, you come to learn that the Edomites, the enemies of Israel, would come to take over the planet Earth in the latter days and times. They would be the ruling people before the return of the Messiah. And that vengeance will be taken upon them for all their wrongdoing to the Israelites and to the earth. They are running their hardest. They've lied. They've completely rewritten history. God damn it, they didn't change the clothes and languages that we speak. They try to discredit the Bible. They tried to tell you that God wasn't real, all to erase the deeds of their fathers. But it is to no avail. Y'all gonna have to answer for that. Y'all gonna have to pay for what y'all did. And y'all mad at us because we're telling you about it. But that in and of itself is prophecy. Where's that at? If now in those his same grandparents who went and fought, and now hold on. Take it back here, right? Taking it back to this clip. Now behind him, and now this is a movie, but we understand that, right? All media has its basis in reality, right? Was it damn, I forget that phrase. Okay, but right here. Now, he went off and fought in that war, served his country, right? Which now, if this is, you know, the World War II, mid-40s, this is decades later. I'm assuming this is the early to mid-90s, right? Just from looking at the clothes that the people behind him are wearing, his descendants, right? Him going and doing all that bloodshed, all that murder, it laid the groundwork for his descendants to prosper. The motherfuckers right here don't look like they went through Jim Crow. They don't look like they went through the Black Codes era. They don't look like they was on the wrong end of the stick of the Civil Rights era. Gentrification, segregation, food deserts, highway segregation, police brutality, right? All the murdering and the slaughtering that the so-called white man has done throughout the planet Earth has laid the groundwork for his offspring to live a decadent life, which is the very same offspring that are the ones arguing with us. The reason they were allowed to go to college, to have good housing, right? Equity, land, resources that your black ass will never have access to, is because great grandpa like this, great grandpa right here, went over and shot people's faces in. Threw grenades at folk, you know, bayoneted folk, was over there raping kids, right? Come on, man. Esau, hey, that spirit of loving America and man, that shit's over. Y'all finna pay down here on the planet fucking Earth. Y'all have been running amok, and now it's time to answer, and they don't want to answer. Y'all want to cry. Y'all want to read John 3:16. That ain't gonna help none of you. All right, Job 20. I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. All right, so and this is the period that we're in now. His children, which are his offspring, they're trying to appease us and silence us. All right, they're trying to show here, you know, that's why now in 2024, about to be 25, you know, a nigga can go play Xbox. You know, you can go get you a white bitch. You can go buy you a Lexus, right? Or a fucking daggone. You can go be a rapper, right? You can play some football. What was that one song that nigga say? Was it damn, how that song go? Mercedes, BMW. Damn, I forget how that. There's a lyrics to a song. What was it? BMW, Mercedes Benz, Bentley, all the niggas, something like that, right? All these little gifts that you allow a nigga to go get, that doesn't wash away clean the sins of your forefathers. The fact that you displaced us out of our holy land, right? Erased our heritage. You tried to, at least. That doesn't cleanse you from everything that you've done. Verse 20, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust, right? So the sins of his forefathers, the sins of his past are coming back to bite him in the ass in the modern time, all right? Literally, y'all, this country, 50, 60 years ago, it was nice and pristine, you know? We laid all the railroads for them, right? Got the highways and shit set up. Well, now everything's decaying. The very same things he used our bodies to build through forced labor under the threat of death at any time, all of his society is starting to decay, right? Everything that he oppressed and killed us for, he's being forced to acknowledge that he did evil to gain these things. He didn't. The so-called white man here in America, those 13 colonies did not become a superpower country through honest trade and fair dealing. Every person they made a treaty with, they destroyed and backstabbed. Matter of fact, we'll go to Maccabees real quick. There's an example out of Maccabees, right? Let me get this. In which, this is a specific example, but you can apply this to Esau as well, because once again, it was Edomites, Greeks. Here we had made a treaty with them, and what did they do? Turn and backstab, like they always do. First Maccabees 7:18. Wherefore the fear and dread of them fell upon all the people. So the fear of the Greeks fell upon Israel. Why? Who said, there is neither truth nor righteousness in them, for they have broken the covenant and oath that they made. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's known for being a covenant breaker, a truce breaker. Look at what he did to the Native American Indians, right? So-called Gad and Reuben, two of the tribes of Israel. Every covenant, every treaty was broken. They'd give them a little batch of land, and they'd push them back further. Give them a batch of land, push them back further. Oh yeah, we're not gonna invade you guys anymore. Boom, give them 6 months, come and invade them, kill everybody, right? They did this to us. How many of y'all, Southern Kingdom, brothers and sisters, how many of y'all have that 40 acres and a mule that your great-great-great-grandparents was promised? None of us. Exactly. This man's a natural-born liar. He's a natural-born demon. And he wants you to forget about it because you have access to the internet. Because you can go become an influencer on Instagram. None of these things take away from the fact that he is the monstrosity of a man on earth, causing all the evil. And for the longest, he's been able to hide that. But now, what do we have, y'all? Let's go to that 1 Thessalonians. All right. And then this that type of talk, them white Eurocentric Christians, they can't deal with it. You're racist. Da, da, da. Well, you're racist. All of your people are racist. You designed and built this entire country on racism. That's why we are born and live in the hood. And I'm not even a hood nigga. But we you understand what I'm saying? I'm not a hood nigga. They ain't never claimed to be. But the overwhelming majority of Negroes in this country, we're born in the inner cities in poverty. No connection to the land, no working knowledge of, the rudimentary functions of this life, such as, mechanic work, planting, right, dealing with animals. The average nigga born in the hood, all you know about is hip-hop and basketball until, you go and further your knowledge, right, if the Lord is dealing with you some. Compared to the average Edomite, right, they know how cars work. They know how the housing market works, how finances work. They don't have an entire system set up against them, like how we have and had, which their forefathers put into play. All right, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Yep. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Right. And this is referring to Esau, Edom. This isn't referring to the Antichrist. This isn't referring to Judas Iscariot. This is referring to the people that would be ruling in the last days, which we know is Edom. Read Numbers, the 24th chapter. Read 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter. Isaiah 34, Ezekiel 36, Luke 21. Right? We come to learn through all these scriptures the Edomites would be the last ruling empire. They're the man of sin who has been revealed in these last days and times. Because he's hid himself for so long, y'all. Brainwashed us. Here it is, when you was a little kid at 2 years old, you already knew what, oh my God, man, the fucking, you just have a whole flash of all the shit you ever been taught, growing up. You'll see that, you'll see clips where they'll have the black children, They'll be no older than 5, right? You put a picture in front of them, you know, white kid, you know, chocolate kid, right? And they do that test. Which one is good and which one is evil? And everyone points as the white looking kid as being good, or the white Barbie doll, and which one's bad, which one's ugly, and which one they choose, the black Barbie doll. These kids are no more than 2 or 3 years old. How did that idea get into their minds? Because Esau Edom, through his multimedia brainwashing machines, right? TV, movies, video games, all that shit. But now he's been revealed. He's the one of destruction. He's the bad guy. He's the one whose skin is actually fucking deformed, right? He's the one who is against the Heavenly Father. Come to find out. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right, and I'm reading it like that for a reason. Esau Edom, he's taken the place of God in this world, to where the average person, they don't even, the idea of believing in God, him creating things, you will get laughed at in places of in institutions of learning, right? You go up and you at your college fucking lecture or whatever, you know, the motherfuckers like, nigga, what, you believe in what? Even your own people, black people, will laugh at you. Well, you see here in this textbook right here from 1974, it says the Big Bang and you know, this single cell organism evolved into this, and then we got Sahelanthropus, you know, Homo erectus, this, you know, arguing with you with the devil's mentality. And the scriptures tell us how we got here. He's put himself to be God. He's put himself to be the best people on the planet Earth. But how did he get there, y'all? How did he get all that authority? He had to kill and steal for all that authority. He had to murder. He had to lie. He had to rape. He had to kill children. He had to enslave folk. He had to burn books, burn libraries down, destroy kingdoms, repaint images. And now what we're left with today in 2024 is a bunch of fucking confused people on the planet Earth arguing with us about what John 3:16 is. That's what we got now. All right, now let me come to the end of this, and I'll get the rest of that. I have to go through this, so I'm gonna get the rest of that 2 Thessalonians. Because after he say all that, then what? They throw a little bit of more mumbo jumbo in here towards the end. Fast forward. Here we go. And something that stood out to me, y'all, even the fucking crosses are white. Like, god damn, man. We can't get no brown crosses. I thought crosses was brown back in the day. Well, what the fuck happened? Anyway, so you see, you know, he you know, pledges his allegiance. Or excuse me, he does the salute, right? Excuse me. Which, hey, pledge of allegiance is that's going the fuck off too, idolatry. You know, that's not deep to understand or explain. But right here, what he throws that shit up, right? And that's supposed to invoke your spirit of patriotism. Because remember, y'all, this is the late 90s going into the early 2000s. You know, you still have that fuck yeah America spirit. This is actually before when this movie came out. It was before 9/11. So, you know, but that's a part of the media propaganda machine. Love America, love your country. Ignore all the bad and all the evil that had to happen. Just you know, red, white, and blue. Man, fuck all that. 2 Thessalonians 2. I'm gonna go down now to 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So the Heavenly Father has been allowing this man to do all this for some time. But now he's about to be taken out of the way. And the prophets, we've been raised up to give that reminder in the world, that warning that, hey, Esau, you've had your time. Now it's time to fall. You're going to pay for everything you ever did. Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, right? You have shed the blood of the children of Israel. Ezekiel, the 25th chapter. Jeremiah 30. Isaiah 63. who is if that cometh from Edom with dyed garments of Basra, right? Isaiah 34, it says what? My sword shall be bathed in heaven, right? Referring to Edom. We are reminding the world that Esau is finally about to pay for everything that he's ever done, and he does not like that, not one bit. Verse 8, and then shall the wicked, be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right, and this ain't referring to no Antichrist. So what? Fuck me, dude. This is referring to a people, the people that have authority in the end of the world. We ain't finna have Satan, Antichrist, and Cerberus and all. They all gonna team up down here. No, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's been given the ability to lie so magnificently to all the world, to where everyone believes everything that he says, and what he has constituted as order and law, people have taken, and that's what they believe in now. Once again, people's sense of morality comes from the so-called white man's penal code. Oh, you jaywalking, nigga? Who told you what who is jaywalking in the Bible? No. Oh, you're loitering. Is loitering in the Bible? No. Right? The way that people look at the earth, the way that they reason, they all learned it from the devil, from Esau, Edom. Even many Israelites, they know that they're Israelites. They have the Bible in their hand, but they still have the reasoning of the so-called white man inside of them. That's why they want to argue with us over here at Great Millstone about Deuteronomy 22, right? Taking a woman, right? If she ain't been, what was written in the law, how to handle that situation. If a woman that wasn't married or betrothed, if a dude ran up and took her, how do you deal with that, right? The so-called age of consent, all that stuff. Everybody has been hypnotized by this man on the earth. It says, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Right. And so, hey, through this man Esau, Edom, everyone's been made to believe a lie. And one of the big lies on God damn it. One of the big lies on this earth is this man, his people, how he's, patriotism, we conquered the frontiers, the Wild West. No. All right, hey, even the term, videos is coming out recently, the term cowboy, right? That's a term that they've adopted to themselves, but originally that was something that they called us. Because remember, y'all, the term boy was an insult to Negroes here in this country. They were called cattle hands, right? Cowmen, stuff like that. They wasn't called cowboys. They can't even, they goddamn steal everything, man. So that's really about it, y'all. I just wanted to highlight that. There's no place of repentance for Esau. Tell me I'm a good man. No, you're not a good man. You've done evil. You've done much evil. So you're gonna have to pay. He's been running loose for a long time, but now he's about to be made to answer for everything that he's done. All right, so we give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakarash. Give honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim. While Akwath, learning, teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.